And I can tell you that I would have never imagined to have been a sister, but I am so grateful that the Lord fixed his gaze upon me and called me, because I love my vocation. I'm Sister Alexia Maria of the Immaculate Mother of the Redeemer, and I'm a servant of the pierced hearts of Jesus and Mary. I had the immense privilege of coming to know the love of God in a personal way when I was 13 years old through the joyful witness of my religion teacher. And it was because of her joy that I began to ask myself fundamental questions. Ultimately, the question was, Lord, is your love really going to be enough for my heart? Is your love going to satisfy my heart? As I got a little bit older, the Lord began to invite me to belong totally to him. And although I didn't know very much about religious life, this invitation was always present in my heart. I was happy, I had a beautiful family, I was going to school, playing sports. I was involved in many things, and somehow nothing was enough. There was always something missing. And it was when I got to know our community and I began to know more about religious life, about our Marian charism, that I was able to answer these questions that I had in my heart. When I came, I understood that something had been missing because I hadn't yet arrived at my home. The Lord invites us to embrace a life of chastity, meaning that our hearts are totally undivided, totally given to him, and in turn we receive his heart as our everything. And because God's love is so immense, he fills our hearts with his love so that we can love others in a universal way. And as religious, we do that through our service. Through the vow of poverty, the Lord was inviting me to leave everything behind and to have him as my only treasure, giving all that I am, all that I have, to build up his kingdom here on earth. A vow of obedience, to let go of all of my plans and my dreams, and to embrace his will and give my life to cooperate in fulfilling his designs of love for humanity. And in our Marian charism and in our community, we take a fourth vow of total Marian identification and availability, to be the living image and presence of Our Lady, to be her person, her heart, her mission in communion and service of the Apostolic Petrine Principle. So like Our Lady, we embrace all of humanity with her maternal love, and we are totally available to bring the love of God to each heart in so many ways. The question was always, is this going to be enough for my life? Is it really going to satisfy the deepest desires of my heart and answer all the questions that I have? And I can tell you that after living as a servant for all of these years, there is no greater love than the love of God. I can tell you that God's love is not only enough, it is like an overflowing love that is constantly being poured forth into our hearts. And it just makes our hearts burn with love and want to give it to others, communicate this treasure that we have found. Through poverty, we don't only leave everything behind, but the Lord enriches us with everything. Because in community life, nothing is mine, but everything is ours. And so I'm enriched by the beauty of my sisters, my brothers, their gifts, their service. Through the vow of obedience, I thought that I had super important dreams and plans, but actually the plan of God is so incredible with so many details that we are able to just cooperate in bringing about the salvation of so many souls through our service. And to bring the love of Our Lady to so many hearts, it's an unmerited grace and gift. But we see how Our Lady melts so many hearts, and she is the tender love of the Father for the world. So if the Lord ever places in your heart these questions, this desire to know more about religious life, my advice to you is don't be afraid. Don't waste time, because the Lord invites us to an adventure of love. And I can tell you that I would have never imagined to have been a sister, but I am so grateful that the Lord fixed his gaze upon me and called me, because I love my vocation. It is my treasure, and I am so grateful that I can give my life for his glory. May God bless you.